Join me as I put a theory to the test. Will I make my own decisions or follow the crowd? Let's find out! Social influence and conformity play a crucial role in decision-making. It's fascinating to think about how often we're swayed by the opinions of those around us, rather than trusting our own instincts. When it comes to making choices, we're often faced with a dilemma. Do we follow our own path or conform to the crowd? This internal conflict can be overwhelming, especially when those around us seem so confident in their decisions. It's easy to question our own judgment and wonder if we're missing out on something. On one hand, following the crowd can provide a sense of security and belonging. We might feel like we're part of a larger community and that our decisions are validated by others. But on the other hand, blindly following the crowd can lead to a lack of individuality and creativity. When we conform to the crowd, we risk sacrificing our unique perspectives and innovative ideas. Moreover, when we prioritize fitting in over making our own decisions, we open ourselves up to groupthink and peer pressure. This can lead to some pretty surprising consequences, as we'll see in a moment. Studies have shown time and time again that social influence can have a profound impact on our decision-making. From the famous Asch conformity experiment to the Stanford prison experiment, we've seen how easily individuals can be swayed by the opinions of others. In real-life scenarios, we can see this play out in everything from fashion trends to investment decisions. Think about it. How often do you find yourself buying into a certain brand or product simply because your friends or social media influencers swear by it? Or, how often do you question your own investment decisions because the market seems to be trending in a certain direction? One compelling study that highlights the power of social influence is the third wave experiment conducted by high school teacher Ron Jones in 1967. Jones created a movement that encouraged students to conform to a set of arbitrary rules and behaviors, simply because their peers were doing it. The results were astonishing, with students enthusiastically embracing the third wave movement without questioning its validity. What's striking about this experiment is how quickly the students fell in line, abandoning their critical thinking skills and individuality. It's a stark reminder of how susceptible we are to the influence of those around us, even when our gut tells us something is off. In another example, we can look at the dot-com bubble of the early 2000s, where investors threw their money at tech startups left and right, simply because everyone else was doing it. We all know how that ended, in a spectacular crash that wiped out billions of dollars in investments. In both of these examples, we see how easily social influence can lead to poor decision-making, and yet, we continue to find ourselves caught up in the crowd, prioritizing the opinions of others over our own instincts. As we wrap up today's video, I want to leave you with a key takeaway. Individual judgment and social influence are constantly at odds in our decision-making processes. While it's natural to be influenced by those around us, it's crucial to find a balance between listening to others and trusting our own instincts. Thanks for watching, and if you've got a personal story about a time when you followed the crowd or went against it, share it with us in the comments below. And if you're curious about more social psychology experiments, be sure to check out our next video on the power of persuasion.